Top 30 Lunchroom Assistant Interview Questions and Answers. Working as a lunchroom assistant requires a blend of organizational skills, patience, and strong interpersonal abilities to ensure a safe and positive mealtime environment. Employers seek candidates who can manage student behavior, maintain cleanliness, and assist in food service while fostering respect and cooperation. The following top 30 interview questions and answers will help you prepare thoroughly, highlighting the essential qualities, experience, and dedication needed to succeed in this important school support role. 1. Why do you want to work as a lunchroom assistant? I want to work as a lunchroom assistant because I enjoy supporting children in a school environment and contributing to their well-being. Mealtimes are important for building healthy habits and positive interactions, and I find satisfaction in helping create a safe, respectful atmosphere. I believe my patience, ability to multitask, and strong interpersonal skills make me a good fit. This role allows me to blend organization and care while positively impacting students' daily experiences. 2. What experience do you have working with children? I have previous experience volunteering at schools, assisting with student supervision during breaks, and supporting activities in group settings. I have also provided care to children in community programs, helping to manage groups and ensure safety. These roles required patience, attentiveness, and clear communication, which prepared me to handle diverse student behaviors. I understand how to provide gentle guidance, enforce rules fairly, and maintain a supportive environment that allows children to enjoy their mealtime responsibly. 3. How would you handle a disruptive child in the lunchroom? If a child is disruptive, I would first approach calmly and respectfully, addressing the behavior without embarrassing the student. I would remind them of the lunchroom rules and explain why their behavior is inappropriate. If the disruption continues, I would use redirection, such as assigning a new seat. For repeated issues, I would escalate the matter to a teacher or supervisor. My focus is on maintaining order while encouraging the child to learn self-control. 4. How do you encourage children to follow lunchroom rules? I encourage children to follow lunchroom rules by setting clear expectations from the beginning and reinforcing them consistently. Positive reinforcement, such as praise for good behavior, motivates children to act responsibly. I model respectful behavior myself and explain rules in a way that emphasizes fairness and safety. If a child forgets the rules, I provide gentle reminders. By creating a positive environment and rewarding cooperation, students are more likely to follow guidelines willingly. 5. How do you maintain cleanliness in the lunchroom? Maintaining cleanliness is essential for student health and safety. I would encourage children to clean up after themselves by disposing of trash properly and wiping their tables when necessary. I assist with sanitizing tables, sweeping floors, and ensuring all waste is managed correctly. I also remain alert during mealtime to quickly address spills or messes, reducing accidents. A clean environment fosters good hygiene habits and helps the lunchroom remain a pleasant place for everyone. 6. How would you handle a food spill in the lunchroom? If a food spill occurs, I would quickly ensure students are safe and not at risk of slipping. I would calmly assist in cleaning the spill, using proper supplies for sanitization. If students cause the spill, I would encourage them to help responsibly, teaching accountability. My priority would be safety, followed by restoring cleanliness. Acting swiftly, without drawing unnecessary attention, ensures the lunchroom remains orderly while minimizing disruptions to other students during their mealtime. 7. How do you deal with conflicts between students? When students argue or fight, I intervene immediately and calmly to de-escalate the situation. I would separate the children involved, allowing them space to cool down. Then I would listen to each side, ensuring fairness and respect. I remind them of school rules and guide them toward resolving the conflict peacefully. If the issue is serious or recurring, I report it to the teacher or supervisor. My approach emphasizes safety, fairness, and teaching positive behavior. 8. How do you make lunchtime a positive experience for students? I make lunchtime positive by creating a welcoming and respectful environment where students feel comfortable. I greet children warmly, encourage good manners, and support them in making healthy food choices. I also engage with students when appropriate, promoting kindness and inclusivity. By supervising with fairness and encouraging positive social interaction, I help students enjoy their meal while learning important life skills. A cheerful and supportive lunchroom environment enhances the overall school experience. 9. How do you manage large groups of students effectively? Managing large groups requires structure, patience, and attentiveness. I establish clear rules and expectations from the start, ensuring students understand them. I supervise actively, moving around the lunchroom to monitor behavior and provide guidance when needed. I also use positive reinforcement to encourage cooperation. By staying calm, organized, and visible, I can address issues quickly and maintain a safe environment. Effective communication and consistency help me manage large groups with minimal disruption. 10. What would you do if a child refused to eat their lunch? If a child refuses to eat, I would first ensure they feel comfortable and not pressured. I would encourage them gently, reminding them of the benefits of eating and offering positive reinforcement. However, I would respect their choice and avoid forcing them to eat. If refusal continues, I would report the situation to the teacher or supervisor, especially if it becomes a pattern. My role is to support children without making mealtimes stressful or negative. 11. How would you handle a student with food allergies? I would carefully monitor students with food allergies to ensure they avoid unsafe foods. I'd stay alert to any signs of cross-contamination and encourage them to sit in designated areas if required by school policy. If a reaction occurs, I'd remain calm, notify the appropriate staff, and follow emergency procedures immediately. Communication with teachers and staff is crucial in preventing risks. My focus is on ensuring all students feel safe, included, and supported during lunch. 12. How do you remain calm in a noisy lunchroom environment? A noisy lunchroom can be overwhelming, but I manage it by staying focused, patient, and calm. I recognize that some noise is natural with children, but I use strategies like visual cues, hand signals, or gentle reminders to maintain order. By moving around and engaging with students directly, I can reduce disruptions. My calm demeanor helps set the tone for the room, encouraging students to lower their voices and follow expectations without creating additional stress. 13. How do you prioritize safety in the lunchroom? Safety is my top priority in the lunchroom. I stay attentive by monitoring student behavior, preventing running or horseplay, and addressing hazards like spills promptly. I ensure proper food handling and cleanliness standards are followed to avoid health risks. Clear rules and consistent enforcement help maintain order. In emergencies, I remain calm, act quickly, and follow school protocols. By combining proactive supervision with quick responses, I create a safe environment where students can enjoy their meals confidently. 14. How do you assist students who need extra help during lunch? I assist students who need extra help by observing their needs and offering support respectfully. For younger children, I may help open food containers, guide them in cleaning up, or remind them of good manners. For students with special needs, I follow their individual requirements with patience and sensitivity. My goal is to provide assistance without making them feel uncomfortable. Ensuring every child feels cared for and supported helps make lunchtime a smooth, positive experience for all. 15. How would you handle a student who refuses to clean up after themselves? If a student refuses to clean up, I would first remind them politely that everyone is responsible for keeping the lunchroom clean. I'd explain how their actions affect others and why cooperation is important. If they continue to resist, I would calmly insist they complete the task, reinforcing rules fairly. For repeated defiance, I'd report it to a teacher or supervisor. My approach balances patience with firmness, teaching accountability while maintaining respect and fairness. 16. How do you communicate effectively with students of different ages? I adapt my communication style to the age of the students. With younger children, I use simple language, positive reinforcement, and clear instructions. With older students, I speak respectfully and directly, encouraging them to take more responsibility. I also use nonverbal cues like gestures or expressions when needed. Patience and understanding are key. By adjusting my approach, I ensure all students feel respected and understand expectations, which fosters cooperation and helps maintain an orderly lunchroom environment. 17. What would you do if a student becomes sick during lunch? If a student becomes sick, I would respond quickly to ensure their safety and comfort. I would separate them from the group, provide reassurance, and notify the school nurse or teacher immediately. If needed, I'd assist with cleanup discreetly to prevent embarrassment and maintain hygiene. I would also keep other students calm and focused. My priority would be the child's well-being, maintaining a supportive atmosphere while ensuring health and safety standards are followed in the lunchroom. 18. How do you manage time effectively during lunch shifts? Time management is essential during lunch shifts, so I stay organized and proactive. I make sure students are seated quickly, meals are served efficiently, and transitions happen smoothly. By staying alert, I can address issues promptly, preventing delays. I also work collaboratively with colleagues to divide tasks effectively. Maintaining structure and consistency ensures students enjoy their meals within the scheduled time. This organized approach helps me balance supervision, cleanliness, and student support throughout the lunch period. 19. How would you support healthy eating habits in students? I support healthy eating habits by encouraging students to try nutritious foods and modeling positive choices myself. I remind children to eat balanced portions and drink water instead of sugary drinks when possible. While I don't force them, I gently promote the benefits of healthy eating and provide encouragement when they make good choices. Creating a positive and supportive environment helps students develop lifelong healthy habits, making lunchtime both enjoyable and educational for them. 20. How do you ensure fairness in the lunchroom? Fairness is crucial in creating a respectful lunchroom environment. I treat all students equally, enforcing rules consistently without favoritism. I ensure that seating, responsibilities, and privileges are applied fairly to everyone. When conflicts arise, I listen to each child's perspective before making decisions, emphasizing fairness and understanding. By modeling respect and impartiality, I encourage students to do the same. Ensuring fairness helps build trust, reduces conflicts, and makes lunchtime a more inclusive, positive experience for all. 21. What role does teamwork play in this job? Teamwork is very important in this role because maintaining a safe and clean lunchroom requires collaboration. I work closely with other assistants, teachers, and custodial staff to ensure tasks are completed efficiently. Good communication, flexibility, and a willingness to help each other keep everything running smoothly. Teamwork also creates consistency in enforcing rules and supporting students. By cooperating with colleagues, we provide a safe, structured, and welcoming environment that benefits students and staff alike. 22. How do you handle stress during busy lunch periods? During busy lunch periods, I handle stress by staying calm, focused, and organized. I prioritize safety and cleanliness while managing multiple tasks at once. I remind myself that staying positive helps students remain calm too. Taking deep breaths, delegating when possible, and focusing on solutions rather than problems helps reduce stress. My ability to remain composed ensures the lunchroom stays orderly and that students feel secure and supported, even during the most hectic times. 23. What would you do if two students refuse to sit where they're assigned? If two students refuse to sit in their assigned seats, I would first remind them of the rules and explain why seating arrangements are important. I would calmly but firmly insist they follow instructions. 24. How do you encourage good manners in the lunchroom? I encourage good manners by modeling polite behavior myself and recognizing students who demonstrate respect. I remind children to say please and thank you, use quiet voices, and respect others' personal space. I also provide gentle corrections when necessary and explain why good manners matter. Positive reinforcement helps children practice these behaviors willingly. By creating an atmosphere where respect and kindness are valued, I encourage students to develop manners that contribute to a positive environment. 25. What steps do you take to prevent accidents in the lunchroom? To prevent accidents, I remain attentive and proactive. I make sure students don't run, push, or crowd around tables. I quickly address spills and hazards, ensuring the floor remains safe. I also remind children to sit properly and handle food responsibly. By maintaining structure and reinforcing safety rules consistently, I reduce risks. My vigilance and quick responses help create an environment where students can enjoy their meals without unnecessary dangers or interruptions during lunchtime. 26. How do you build positive relationships with students? I build positive relationships by treating students with respect, kindness, and fairness. I take time to greet them warmly, listen when they need support, and encourage good behavior. By showing interest in their well-being, I earn their trust and cooperation. I maintain boundaries but also create a welcoming environment where they feel valued. Positive relationships make supervision easier, as students are more likely to respect rules and respond positively to guidance from someone they trust. 27. How would you handle a situation where a student forgets their lunch? If a student forgets their lunch, I would calmly reassure them and notify the appropriate staff so arrangements can be made. I'd ensure they don't feel embarrassed while addressing the situation discreetly. Depending on school policy, I might guide them to the cafeteria for a meal or alert their teacher or parent. My focus would be on ensuring the student is cared for and doesn't miss out, while following procedures for handling such situations responsibly. 28. How do you balance discipline and encouragement? Balancing discipline and encouragement means being firm but fair while supporting students positively. I set clear expectations and enforce rules consistently, but I also recognize and reward good behavior. When correcting students, I remain calm and respectful, focusing on the behavior rather than the child. Encouragement motivates students to make better choices, while discipline ensures order. Together, these approaches create a positive, structured environment where children feel supported, respected, and motivated to follow the rules. 29. How would you handle a student who isolates themselves during lunch? If a student isolates themselves, I would approach them gently to ensure they feel included and safe. I'd offer friendly conversation and encourage them to join peers without pressuring them. Sometimes children need space, so I would respect that while keeping an eye on their well-being. If isolation continues, I'd inform a teacher or counselor for support. My approach balances empathy and observation, ensuring the student doesn't feel left out while respecting their comfort level. 30. Why should we hire you as a lunchroom assistant? You should hire me because I bring patience, responsibility, and strong interpersonal skills that align perfectly with the role. I am committed to maintaining a clean, safe, and welcoming lunchroom environment while encouraging positive behavior and healthy habits. My ability to manage groups of children effectively, remain calm under pressure, and collaborate with staff ensures smooth operations. I genuinely enjoy working with children and want to contribute positively to their daily school experiences. The role of a lunchroom assistant requires patience, attentiveness, and a commitment to fostering a safe and respectful environment for children. By preparing thoughtful responses to these interview questions, you can demonstrate your ability to manage groups, support healthy habits, and maintain cleanliness and order. Employers will appreciate your focus on both discipline and encouragement. With the right mix of empathy, organization, and teamwork, you can excel in this role and make lunchtime a positive experience for all.